Greetings. I'm Pastor Eric Smith, and this is Wakening Grace. Today, our guest on Wakening Grace is my wife, the beautiful, talented, and charming Karen Redcliffe Smith.
In 1966, my family moved to Columbus, Ohio. I was 9 years old and in the 4th grade. School can be scary when you're the new kid in town. Our children know what that's like, being PKs or preacher's kids. A sweet girl with long blonde hair named Bonnie Brooks befriended me. From that moment on, we were inseparable, primarily because we shared an intense love of horses and a gift for make-believe. Our 7th grade science teacher, Mr. Quaintance, who everyone called Q, had a ranch in southern Ohio in the Hocking Hills where he was building a ranch camp for kids with 30 head of horses, a lake, a chapel, a lodge, and teepees and longhouses for the campers. Bonnie and I would linger after class inquiring about the ranch and asking to see photos of the horses. 3 years later, Bonnie's parents bought her a horse, and my parents were finally considering buying one for me. When we were 14, Bonnie died in a car accident, an event that has forever shaped the rest of my life. I could no longer bear to be around horses. Q understood the depth of my grief, and one day he called my mother and he said, "Mary, have Karen ready after school on Friday. I think a trip to the ranch would do her good." So on that Friday, I rode in a pickup truck with my science teacher and Copper, his German shepherd, to Hocking Valley Ranch in Logan, Ohio. Little by little, I started to feel my life again. I went to the ranch frequently on the weekends that year and ultimately spent every summer there through high school. Q made me a ranch hand and gave me my own horse. I helped to build my own log cabin. I thank God every day for the gift of these two very special people, Bonnie and Q. One taught me not to take the gift of life for granted, and the other literally picked me up by the bootstraps and got me back in the saddle. Who are the people who have been there for you when you needed a friend? Who are you reaching out to when you sense there's a need? Recognizing both of these leads to awakening God's grace in our lives. Would you pray with me? Creator God, life brings with it such joy and such sadness. We give thanks for those persons you place in our path who recognize our gifts as well as our sorrow. Waken us to this grace in our lives every day and help us to do the same for others. Amen.